Alexander Titov teaches modern European history in the Queen's University, Belfast. He joins us now from Belfast. Alexander, thank you very much for your time. Let's talk about the fight for Aleppo then. Are we witnessing the final battles, do you think, before Aleppo is finally fully recaptured?
Yes, I think so. I mean, it certainly looks that way. The rebels are losing territory very rapidly, and it's becoming really unmanageable for them to hold on unless there's something extraordinary happens, and it's very difficult to imagine what that can possibly be. So I think we're talking about more of days rather than weeks now before the Aleppo falls.
So if there's going to be a military victory then for the Syrian regime, what form can diplomacy possibly take in talks between John Kerry and Sergei Lavrov?
Well, I think that what they can talk about in practice is some form of surrender and perhaps evacuation of rebel forces to rebel-controlled areas in Idlib province. That's really the only thing they can talk about now. All the major negotiations on future really will have to wait until the new administration takes over in Washington. And that's taking Aleppo before that happens would actually perhaps make it easier for them to reach a deal with Trump, who is keen to go after ISIS rather than undermine Assad regime itself.
So do you see the current administration in the White House facilitating the surrender before January or not?
Well, I mean, what else can they do? I think that's probably the best option they have now. The only question is how much control they actually have over the rebels inside Aleppo. That's a big question. Previous deals between Russia and US really fell apart, partly to a large extent because neither side could control forces on the ground. So, but I think rebels, there are some statements from the rebels that they are perhaps preparing for a deal, and there was talks between Russia and rebels in Turkey as well along those lines. So I think the military reality will probably force them to seek some sort of deal soon.
So how secure then is the future of President Assad going forward into 2017? How do you see that playing out?
Well, I think he is much more secure than he's ever been before. The Aleppo will really be a huge prize for them, really a real turning point in the securing the regime. And of course, military advances happening in other parts around Damascus and in Homs province as well. So the key point, of course, that they are much more secure militarily. But also there is a big change in American administrations coming, where Donald Trump said, just as recent as today, that he's not interested in regime changes anymore. What he's interested is in fighting the ISIS. So even both militarily and perhaps diplomatically, there is a huge change which is securing, which makes the Assad regime much more secure than it's been before.
Okay, Alexander Titov, thank you.